Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, so are we straight? Are we live? Is Jeffrey coming? Well, we can't have no live without Jeffrey.
Welcome in to We Talkin Football.
What's up?
Hey,
Man, um,
Yeah.
yeah, we got before we get started, I guess, you know, Big O will not be joining us, even though he was here for like a split second. You know, car accident for his wife. So as far as he says right now, everything is good. He's getting checked out, but we gonna be, prayed up for that. Um, So, like I said, we won't have him today. But other than that, how's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Okay, I got my
Got your audio? Yep, we hear it. Yep, yep.
Yep, I got my audio straight. So we do the how was your week thing. I guess since we have her here at the beginning of the show, ladies first. How was your week been?
Well, my weekend was. It was chill. The kids was gone. I relaxed. Yeah, I actually really relaxed. I did eat some crawfish.
Wait, did you now? Okay, crawfish. Do you eat you like a whole crawfish? You know what I'm saying? Or you got you fresh crawfish, or you just take in crawfish?
Live crawfish, they boil it.
Right,
Cajun sauce. Yeah, pop it. Clean
Okay.
it.
Pop it. All right, it's
Yeah,
already
that's what
popped.
No, I
that's
pop
what.
it.
Okay, that's what the question was.
That's what you was getting at. Do you
Yeah,
protect yourself and suck out the head?
Is that's what is
Okay,
because here's the thing. I don't like. I ain't gonna front. I don't. I buy crawfish.
It depends on like the flavor of the. It depends on like what flavors on the crawfish. I may suck a head now too, but I don't do that. I eat the little baby claws that's in there too because it's meat in there. But other than that, egg, sausage, shrimp. I gotta have that. One cone, one potato.
You had the whole broil. That's cool.
Right.
Boil.
I didn't have that this weekend though, but I always do.
Wow,
I'm gonna get some shrimp some type of way. I don't care what nobody says.
Well,
Get some.
with that.
But the crawfish is good though.
Okay. Well, guess what? Like I said, I ain't mad about that at all. Oh,
You ever had none?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I normally get is I just buy the meat, and
You buy what?
I buy crawfish meat, just the tails.
So you don't buy the whole crawfish?
Yeah, I don't buy the whole crawfish. And
He don't do all the popping and clicking and clacking and all that.
No,
Do you eat crawfish, Jeffrey?
I have. It's been a while, but I have.
Okay.
So that's the way I roll, and it's so much easier. So, and what I have. What I have made is like crawfish cakes. You know how you have salmon patties, but I've used crawfish.
Like cornbread?
Yeah, something like that. But I'm just saying, I
Like
made patties and stuff like
salmon,
that.
like salmon cornbread.
Salmon patties, but I've used crawfish.
Like cornbread?
Yeah, something like that. But I'm just saying, I
like
made patties and stuff
Like salmon,
that.
like salmon croquette.
Yeah, it's like salmon croquette, but instead I just use crawfish. And I've done that. And then what else? Like
every day.
yeah, and then I think I've done it. I've used it in like just like with rice. Just cooked it like instead of like dirty rice, and instead of like ground beef or sausage, I just use crawfish. It's pretty good. Season it up good. It's pretty good.
Okay.
So yeah, I have done that. I guess my weekend has been good. I've just been chilling, playing the Division 2. Anybody who's interested in that, but yeah, the Division 2. It was free on Game Pass, so I was like, let me try it, and and so I've been playing, and then I was like, are you kidding me? How can my internet be? I am like dropping frames off like crazy right now. I'm in the red. But at any rate, I have I got like a couple of guys at work to say, "Hey, dude, are you gonna play?" And so so it's a few people playing, and then one of my lifelong friends um, he plays the game almost exclusively. He plays it like I play GTA, and so I was like, "Dude, you gotta help me out."
Okay.
So I that's what I have been doing. Since
Is it still free?
It is still free on Game Pass. It is. I don't know because you're on PlayStation, right?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're on Xbox.
Yeah. Yep. I have no idea.
Never mind.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. Sorry.
Well, you're good. As long as y'all can hear me. I'm just looking at my frames and they're dropping, and my connection is
Yeah, you're kind of delayed.
Is literally in the.
Why your screen look blurry? Is that me or my glasses?
No, it's me.
No, that's
I mean,
Pep
I don't
always
have
doing something that he don't have no business doing.
no.
He got like 12 screens up at one time. Oh, this one, let me just do it over here. Oh, let me just go on this one. Wait, hold on, I got something. Oh, yeah, it's this right here. Like,
I mean, I do it for you, man.
he probably need to change his profession.
I do it for you. It was green for a split second. But okay,
It's just,
so now
it's still showing blurry. I know I'm blind.
Well, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but it should be good now. I should be back, or at least catching up to y'all. So, but all right. Well,
no.
Am I good? Yeah, everybody's good now. We got all the intro stuff done. So for me, the story of the weekend, and I know everybody knows about it now, is of course Aaron Rodgers showed up, signed his deal with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Finally.
So you, a girlfriend, Steelers fan, you now have a quarterback. And for those of you all who watch the pre-roll and those who don't, but I mean, basically, my question about it is this going to work? Is this going to work? Now I know today he said that he's in it. His minicamp started today, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know exactly when. But he's here. He is down to be here, and he's excited, and yada yada yada. And I still question whether or not this works. It just doesn't. I just can't see him and Tomlin really getting along. It sort of just baffles me.
Why you say that?
Because I don't see them getting along. It doesn't seem like.
So you think Aaron has high expectations?
Aaron, see them getting along. It doesn't seem like.
So you think Aaron has high expectations?
Aaron. I think Aaron's collecting the paycheck.
You think Aaron has high expectations? Like, you think Aaron what?
No, I think Aaron Rodgers is collecting a paycheck.
Ain't this what some of them doing?
Oh, of course.
Ain't this what Dak doing for the Cowboys? Come on, let's be real here.
You know what?
He ain't no better. He ain't no better.
No, Dak is better. Dak's better. I mean, here's the thing. Let me
somebody in trouble.
What? What happened?
I just heard somebody.
My wife.
Oh yeah, that's dripping.
Okay.
Here's my wife and my
It's
daughter.
summertime too.
I don't. Are we? Well, no. I'm looking there. I'm looking at another thing too.
That's not my fault.
My bad. Hold on a second.
Not my fault.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't believe coexist and it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers is this guy who likes around him, and he likes to be in control. And Mike Tomlin, one, he's the coach, so he's supposed to be in charge. But he also, I don't know for a fact, I don't know the man personally, but he is also this is the way it's supposed to be done type of guy. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't necessarily seem to fit that this is the way you say it's supposed to be done, but this is how I say I want to do it. I mean, case in point is the fact that he's showing up now. I mean, I know Mike Tomlin basically may have signed off on that and let that happen, but he also needed a quarterback. So, I mean, desperate.
I don't think Tomlin's the one that signed off on it.
It's almost like you need me. I'm going to sign when I sign, if I sign, and I'm going to come when I want to come, and I'm here. And it's like, you need me. So you're going to, I can't say that word. You're going to trip about, me coming right now because you know the word I want to say. But I'm just saying, I don't know.
I don't think Tomlin had anything to do with that. I think that
I don't
was
think Tomlin had
organization that
anything
signed
to do
off on
with
it.
it. Okay. All right.
No.
Well, he did.
Oh, he
If
did.
it was up to Tomlin, he'd have been there. I think that was the organization that signed off on that.
Okay. I hear what you're saying.
So not so much on Tom, Pip. Not so much on Tom.
Hold on. What is it?
But I can't see what you're saying that they may clash if things don't go a certain way.
Right.
That's just what I'm thinking.
We definitely need some changes. And I don't know if it's coming from what's that? The offense coach or whatever, but we got to do better. Like we ain't got no ring.
Well,
in a long time.
Well,
long time.
Well, neither do we. But here's the thing. This is the thing that got me.
It's one of the things that got me. Pip. Come on.
I mean, but this is the thing that it got me thinking. So all this happened, and the first thing I thought was, okay, Allen Lazard is going to be the next wide receiver in Pittsburgh. That was the first thing I thought. And then my question, of course, was, how do I say it? It's like, do wide receivers get so used to quarterbacks that, how do I say, they are hampered in their careers by not staying with a certain quarterback? Does that make sense? That question makes sense? Hey.
Oh, she's cute. She has a lot of hair. Oh, she looks just like you too.
Are you mute?
Yep, that's my twin and my background is falling. No.
You feel?
I did.
But,
fix it because it's about to fall. Yeah, she looks just like you.
Yes, that's my twin.
He said, yes, that's my twin. Oh, yeah. So
what did the Jets do?
What do you mean with the Jets do?
What did the Jets do when Aaron Rodgers was over there?
Nothing.
So Aaron Rodgers only played with the Jets for just that 1 year?
He played. He was signed to
Aaron
them
Rodgers
for 2
just played
years.
with just that 1 year, right?
Wait,
He was there for
he
2
signed for
years.
2 years, but he played for 1 year because he got hurt. Like
Four.
he was there for 2 years, played for 1 year.
Was it 4 plays in that first
Well,
season?
1 year and 3 plays, 2 plays,
3 plays,
something like that.
It was like the
So as a
beginning of the
quarterback,
season.
okay, so let me
first
ask you
game.
this. So as a quarterback, okay, so as a quarterback, was it his fault or the team's fault?
The first year, it was all the team because he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So when did
But
he
this-
start actually playing?
The
Second
next
year.
year, second year.
And
Meaning
it was a little bit of both.
Meaning in 2025? Like
2024.
January?
It was
Right.
starting 2024.
Yeah. This year's 2025.
Yeah. So last
In
season,
August.
And
last season he played. He played for them last season,
last season.
and they won what I think 5 games. I think that's what the record was. They won 5 games, but I mean,
But he started playing better towards the end of last season.
right?
So they won 5 and they lost what? 12?
12.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Yes.
it is. It is.
Yes, it is.
I know the feeling on that too. So, but
What was yours? I don't think
we got to talk
never
about that.
mind.
We got our quarterback now. We good.
About that.
We don't need. That was last year. As far as the Titans go, that's old stuff. We got our future is bright.
Oh,
So, but
I guess
okay.
you check me. Check.
But here's I started spiraling in my thought process. Because one, I started thinking about Joe Burrow. So if it just offhand, do you know how many years Joe Burrow has been in the NFL?
Oh,
No, I mean, I know
I'm going to say 5.
Yeah. Okay. So you
Is
good.
it 5 years?
Yeah, it's 5. It is. He got drafted in 2020. I didn't realize it had just been 5 years. Because what I was thinking about when I was thinking about Aaron Rodgers, because, you listen to people talk about, Aaron Rodgers is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I'm not necessarily fighting that but the end of his career, which is where he is now, are we going to remember that, or are we going to remember the years in Green Bay? And I think after 5 years, because you become eligible after 5 years after your retirement, are we really going to remember as the stuff in Green Bay? We're going to forget about we'll probably talk about the injury at the Jets, but it won't be as bad as when we talk about the Super Bowl win with Green Bay.
And the 4 MVPs.
And the 4 MVPs. And there you go. And all of that stuff. But it's all going to be Green Bay. So I was worried, but given that, I started questioning whether or not Joe Burrow is he, I mean, at least at this point, is he a Hall of Fame quarterback? And I'm leaning towards no. But
it depends.
Okay.
If he keeps the course that he's going to be the next Dan Marino.
Okay.
In which case, yes, he will be a Hall of Famer. He just won't win anything. Because
the other deal that I was thinking about is that he's been in the league for 5 years. So for at least 3 of those years, Patrick Mahomes has won the Super Bowl. Who won the Super Bowl? For at least 3 of those years, Patrick Mahomes has won the Super Bowl. Who won the Super Bowl the other 2 years? I'm not sure. I don't know who won.
We've got,
because Mahomes didn't win 3 in a row.
I think Brady won 1. That was
with Tampa. Well, you know what? Brady probably won 2 of them. He won the 2, and then Mahomes won the other 3. right? Because Mahomes has won 3. They just haven't been back to back, right? Let's see.
Well, no, because we got Brady won 1, Mahomes won 3, and last year, Hurts.
Okay.
Unless you're talking about before last year.
No, that will be exactly. I'm just because it would basically be the years that Joe Burrow has been in the league. That's all I'm thinking about. So my thing is that
Right.
if Joe,
okay, so yeah, Hurts, three times, Mahomes, I'm great.
Man, this is really killing me here. There's like no one here with me
lagging
at all. No one's here with me, and I am lagging. That just makes no sense to me. However, I'm going to press forward. Work with me, people. So I went through that, and my question, of course, was, like you just said, that if he stays the course that he is now, he'll be a Hall of Famer. Now, will he be a Hall of Famer because of Jamar Chase?
Wholeheartedly, yes.
Wholeheartedly. Because I don't
have to stay together.
Let me see if I can find this. I don't know when Jamar Chase was drafted. I don't know how long he's been in the league. But I know they played together.
The year after, I want to say.
Is it the year after? Okay.
Yes.
Bengals.
I think so, yeah.
Bengals. Come on. Glenn. And my dad's calling. Okay, and then he hung up. So he realized.
Answer.
No, he hung up. It rang like once, and then he hung up the phone. Dad, I'll call you right after. Yeah, I mean, I think he realized. But at any rate, because one of the other things is Terry McLaurin, and I know I'm going from team to team, but Terry McLaurin with the Washington Commanders is not happy. He's not getting his deal. Mm-hmm. He's in the last year of his contract. He's not getting his deal. So, of course, the reason that this popped up for me is that, of course, they were talking about, hey, Tennessee Titans should trade for Terry McLaurin. Honestly, I'm not saying that that's a horrible thing. Yeah. Well, what they're saying is that they should give the Commanders, they said a second, a fifth, and Treylon Burks. So 2 picks and a wide receiver. Because they're pretty much, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to trade or Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks is this guy, and I don't, again, he has been busty, I guess is the way to put it.
Busty.
And so it's like, I think that he's going to end up somewhere else, and I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be a decent wide receiver, but it just won't be with Tennessee. And that's sort of, to me, it's unfortunate. I want to click on you. And so that bothers me.
Who else does Tennessee have besides Ridley?
Oh, they Tyler Lockett. Man.
Oh, they got Lockett. Okay.
Yeah, they got Lockett. those are their vets, and then they got Van Jefferson, and then they drafted 2 wide receivers. Okay, I don't know why I didn't just listen to you in the first place. Jamar Chase was drafted round 1, pick 5, 2021. I should have just listened. I'm not listening to you. But I don't know. So all of that, because what I was wondering is that Tennessee ends up with all of these veteran wide receivers. I don't think that works out. I mean, they're going to be paid, because if Terry McLaurin gets, pushed to Tennessee, they're going to pay him. I mean, he's not showing up without a check. And I think he wants like 30 some mil or something like that.
Right.
So, guys, and I know he was here once they hit their stride. So, I mean, it's not that he can't get used to another quarterback, but does he want to get used to another quarterback? Do quarterbacks make wide receivers, or do wide receivers make quarterbacks?
Depends on the wide receiver, or depends on the quarterback.
Depends on the quarterback.
Like Burrow and Chase, I think they just mesh. But let me get an example. I guess in San Francisco case, I think it's actually the coach that makes the quarterback.
Coach, okay.
Whereas, Brady, I think he made the wide receivers.
Okay.
Except for Moss, of course.
Right.
In every other case, I think he made the wide receivers. I'm trying to think of wide receiver that made the quarterback. Jerry Rice. I think Jerry Rice made the quarterbacks.
Okay.
Well, I think Jerry Rice made Young. People hate me for saying that, but I think Montana was better than Young. That's my opinion.
Okay. I think I figured out what was going on with my internet too, though. I think I had.
Yeah, it sounded like you caught up.
Yeah, I had Twitch up. Like, I had the video playing for Twitch. I had the video playing for Kick, and of course YouTube is always going, and so it's probably just a bit much. I don't have that good of a computer. But okay, so yeah, I don't know. It was a weird question to me, and it was part of the thing where, like I was saying before, like Alan Lazard is basically following Aaron Rodgers around, and Aaron Rodgers probably likes that. I mean, he does, because he's used to that guy. It's like, that's a guy I know that, I mean, even, pencil in any superstar wide receiver you want. This guy, I know exactly where he's going to be. I know how to get him the ball, and he's my money.
Right.
And
yeah, he definitely trusts Lazard.
Right. And so, I did see where they actually said that Alan Lazard didn't want to go to Pittsburgh. He sort of is trying to, he sort of needs to try to make it on his own and go ahead and get stressed out. Interesting. I don't know that. Yeah. I heard that, and honestly, I don't necessarily believe it. And the reason I don't is that whereas Rodgers looks at him and he wants him where he is, Lazard also is like, you know what? He makes me look good. He's going to get me a check. So if I play with him this year and I look good in Pittsburgh, which he's got every opportunity to do, because they got DK. Honestly, I don't know who the rest of the wide receiving core is. So
that's a good question.
He looks good there. Then when Rodgers retires after this year, he can go somewhere else. Just throwing that out there. He can go somewhere else and, flourish and do all of that kind of stuff. That's just sort of what I'm thinking about that. But again, all that being said, my ultimate question of the night, and I know it took me forever to get here. Which division has the best set of quarterbacks? That's the ultimate question. Which division?
Best set of quarterbacks?
Best set. So there are 4 in each division. If you said, okay, and I got
AFC North or NFC North?
AFC North, NFC North. Let me get my page over here.
Or no, AFC North or NFC North.
Okay. I think I disagree with you on the NFC.
Yeah.
So I actually do agree with you in the AFC.
JJ McCarthy. Okay. Yeah, AFC North.
AFC North, I agree with. I have it checked right here. Lamar, Burrow, the Browns. I went to I wrote down Browns question mark, but then I
forgot about the Browns.
Yeah, but then they say I went to their depth chart. It says Watson is their starter. I don't believe that in the least.
No, that's not this year.
Whatever.
No.
But now they have Aaron Rodgers too, and you got to give Aaron Rodgers his props.
Right. No, that's not this year.
Whatever. No. But now they have Aaron Rodgers too, and you got to give Aaron Rodgers his props.
Right.
Because
if that's the case,
yeah. Who do you want to go? Bo Nix, Mahomes, Geno Smith, and Justin.
I'm thinking of a different division.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. See, I heard you say. I heard you say Knicks. So here's the thing. I would say, look, AFC East is Josh Allen.
As a whole,
West.
No.
I can't.
Yes,
no.
AFC West.
I can't. I still say North. I say the AFC North. Lamar, Burrow are good, but then Aaron Rodgers bolsters
Lamar Burrow pushes it out of reach.
Right.
That's you got the Browns is nothing.
But you got but the thing is that here's the thing. If you go to the South, which that's us, right? You got Stroud, Richardson, Lawrence, and Ward.
Or Daniels.
Or
No, I'm not saying the South. No.
Right.
The South is not in that
it can't be them. You got Josh Allen, Tua, Drake May, and Justin Fields. Then you got Bo Nix, Mahomes, and Mahomes is a lifter. But then you got Geno, Bo Nix, and Justin Herbert. And the thing is that Justin Herbert has the name that's out there, but
he has the talent.
Right.
But he hasn't done anything.
Yet.
But
so
you have Mahomes, and then you have 3 solid quarterbacks. Whereas everybody else, you have. So do you put a solid or a superstar and 3 solids versus 2 superstars, 1 solid and nothing?
1 solid.
Nothing.
I think I go with 2 superstars. I go with 2 superstars, the solid and nothing. That's my thing. I go with 2 superstars and stuff. Yes, Lamar and Burrow together, and then throw in a little Aaron Rodgers. It doesn't matter who the 4th guy is. That's sort of that was. I mean, that's the way I see it on that one. Now here's the other thing. We differ in the NFC because you said the North. Caleb,
I
Jared
forgot
Goff.
about Minnesota. So I have to think about it again.
So I say the East, and it's sort of the same situation as the North, as the AFC North. You got Dak, and I know people don't like Dak. Girlfriend is yawning. All I said was Dak is just going to sleep.
But he's not a superstar.
Huh?
Right. He's not a superstar.
But Jalen Hurts is
He's not okay.
He is though.
I-
Everybody likes Jaden.
and Jaden Daniels will
he's a
be.
superstar.
You don't
And
think
he will
Hurts is a superstar?
No.
But
You
he's
think so?
okay.
He's a very good quarterback. I'm not going to take that away from him. He wants.
I
Okay,
think
like,
social media just pipe him up.
Actually, I don't think social media hypes him up. I think
him though. He's a
Hurts
popular
is
guy though.
he is. I think Hurts is.
I'm gonna say
understated.
AFC West and AFC North. That's what I'm gonna say.
But no, we got to talk about the NFC.
So
But-
Hurts, Dak.
Daniels,
Who am I missing? Daniels, and then
and we don't know
the Giants.
Russell Wilson.
I'll say
Russell
Russ.
Wilson. Yeah, Russell Wilson.
So
The Giants.
in my mind,
Uh-huh.
there are no superstars in
Okay,
the NFC East. They're all solid quarterbacks.
You said
they're all
East.
solid. Okay, so
All solid.
so
What
then
about Buffalo? You don't like
that's
what about Buffalo?
that's
Jeff?
AFC.
That's AFC.
That's
Well, you
AFC.
said
AFC.
NFC. You said
Yeah,
NFC.
NFC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
NFC.
NFC. Now,
So-
I know
so-
people hate me because I don't think Hurts is a
Washington.
superstar.
I think he
I would
plays
say he's
good.
above average. Hurts
What
is
about the
above average.
Commanders?
Yeah, but that's what we're saying.
And Dak is
Daniels-
probably above average.
but the thing
You got
is
two above
that
average and two average.
but who would
Which division do you think?
if you go
quarterbacks
like I heard
are?
you saying something about the
Yeah.
NFC North.
Tyrese said AFC.
No, but we're talking about
So
both,
NFC North.
both
Oh, we doing
Both-
North, right?
conferences. Right now, we're in the NFC. We're
So
talking about both
I think I'd
conferences.
agree with you. Just comparing quarterback to quarterback, because we don't know what JJ is yet.
Right. You don't know.
And
And then
I compare, and then all the other quarterbacks are just solid quarterbacks. So
Yeah. Yep.
I would agree with you there. I'm trying to think of the West.
The West
Yeah.
is Kyler Murray,
Oh.
Matt Stafford,
Solid. He's above
Brock
average.
Purdy,
I would just say
and then
solid.
Sam Darnold.
And
Mm,
he's average. They just played very well last year.
Right.
He got traded the next year.
So
Yeah.
like I said, it's a toss up. But yeah, I would probably lean towards the East. I think you're right. Just because we don't know what JJ's going to do.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. The thing is that there's they're unknowns. I mean, the South is tough because you got Bryce Young and the Saints have Tyler.
That's the problem. The
Listed
Saints
as their
the Saints are like
Yeah.
the Browns. They have nobody.
Right. They don't have anybody. I mean,
Nobody
But it
proven,
was-
I'll say that. I won't say they have nobody.
right.
The Rams are good.
Yeah,
They are
Stafford.
good, but the division as a whole,
the division as a whole,
the division as a whole is
they're just solid as a whole.
right.
There's really nobody. Stafford's probably the only one that really stands out.
All the teams, mostly they have to play. Most of the teams are like the top teams necessarily.
So it was indeed like one of these things. I was sitting here and I was thinking, man, like, dude, who the best quarterbacks in each, which division had the best quarterbacks? That's why I was just thinking about that. I mean, it was just interesting to me because again, like people was talking about Jordan Love. It would have to he's going to
solid.
be not. He's basically going to be third in his division or maybe fourth in his division.
Who
Because
said that?
I think I was just listening to something on ESPN or some crap like that. But it was like, you got Caleb, who people are trying to say is going to be great because he's got Ben. Was it Ben
He
Johnson?
should be.
He
He
should be.
should be.
So him being great because of that. Then and again, this is the JJ factor. People are still thinking, JJ's going to be, he's going to be above average. Is the thought process
Should
there?
be. But in my mind right now, he's last.
Huh? But in your mind, say JJ is last.
JJ is last right now.
JJ is last.
He hasn't done anything.
Because he's done nothing. Gotcha. So are we scared? So given what we just went through, I mean, the NFC South is
Because
either
of the Saints, I couldn't put them in there.
huh?
So because of the Saints, I couldn't put the NFC South anywhere near any of the other
Anywhere
three.
near any of that. But I'm
Yeah, 'cause
saying
all
just
they really have is Baker. And Baker will probably be the front runner of the South.
of the South, right? You rank those.
And
It's
then you
got
got
to be
Penix and
Bryce Young.
what's his name? Bryce, yeah.
Bryce, yeah,
And I think right now those two are a toss up.
right.
I think they're neck and neck. And then you got the Saints.
And who knows? Because
Yeah, and we don't know their quarterback. What's up there, young man?
he tagged out. He tagged in. Girlfriend tagged out. It's like I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you that was also
went
go
to the
through
Broncos.
and rank all of the rank the divisions based on quarterback. But I don't know. I guess we can actually do that next week. I mean, we don't have to do that today, but we'll have more information. But yeah, the thing was that I didn't love NFC East, but like you said, just looking across the board, it was like
Across the board, yeah.
that. I mean, that's
There's
just it.
only two good quarterbacks in the East.
Just
They all went to the playoffs and played each other 3 times in the same season.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't. It's like they have something, but it's only 2 that got popularity the correct way. The next division over is North.
right.
The Bears are like last to me necessarily because like they
As
didn't
far as
perform.
quarterbacks?
Yeah, he didn't perform as well as he was supposed to. Even though he
That's
was rookie
true.
stuff like that, the hype that he had was like they overdid it. Yeah, he was able to do certain things, but either way it go, his O-line didn't protect him worth nothing. This man ran for his life the whole entire season.
But here's the thing. But the only thing about that is that they've redone their old line because they recognize that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because I know we only have the past to look at to determine what the future is, but I mean, given what the upgrades that they've made, there is no excuse at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, there's zero
he has weapons to work
excuses.
with. He should be able to be good and go.
He got the coach, he got the O-line.
It's like
Still no more excuses.
between the Lions, Green Bay, and Vikings. It's like everybody's low key rebuilding. The quarterback position for the Vikings is JJ. Then
Right.
Green Bay,
That's the only reason I would say that Chicago's not last is because of JJ.
Because of
And that
JJ.
division.
I'll say third necessarily.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm about to pull up. Let me pull up. Is JJ hurt? Is he good?
No, he's clear.
No, he's clear.
He's
Yeah,
clear.
He's clear. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep, he has the keys.
It's all him.
yeah. And then in the South, the best QB in the South is
Baker.
Is Baker.
Baker. Yeah. Baker.
Wow. Baker. Yeah.
It's not close.
I ain't taking nobody
No,
over
I
here
won't say
that
it's
can
not
tell you
close. I won't say it's not close.
You don't say it's not close?
No, I think because Penix didn't have a whole year, and just
I'm not even.
Penix.
No, I'm not even.
Really?
I'm not including Penix at all because
Really?
they didn't give him what he should have got necessarily.
But he's gonna have all year
They
next
didn't give
year.
him the time. Is
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I understand. Yeah, they had what's his name?
They have London.
Cousins.
They have
They have
BJ.
I'm not talking about. I'm like that's offense wise, but even with offense, I feel like they're not using everybody correctly. The only person that we know for sure is Drake London, and
Right.
even with Drake London, he has more head injuries than he has of a long going season. Like he gets head injuries, and then that's it. Then they trying to use Kyle Pitts, and Kyle Pitts is like making only 800 some yards when he's a 1K receiver. And
He's not even making that, but
like
they're definitely using him
that's
wrong.
not right.
Yeah, they're
You got
definitely using him
weapons, but
wrong.
not using them correctly.
That I will agree with.
The years before before. Was it? I forgot his name.
Penix didn't have what? How many games did he have?
I forgot his name, but he was a kick returner or something like that. But they used him as a receiver too and a running back. I know y'all.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
because he's with the Bears.
Yeah.
I think he's with the Steelers now. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. He's like they used him as a running back and receiver, and he was like the only one making some attention. But I'm like, come on now, you can't just you got to have more than just that. You got to get more than just that. And
then the coordinator needs to be better.
The Panthers part is like now they rebuilding. He got no choice. I don't hear no excuses, bro. You got two of the most underrated receivers, regardless if they got the receiver they wanted with T-Mac at number one. That's cool, but I'm hyped for the dude that wasn't even number one. Jimmy Horn. Yes, yes.
You ready for him?
I mean, they low key actually have a bunch of decent
got me
receivers.
excited.
They do. They do.
Because they got T-Mac, they got Horn. Legette's still there. People forget about Legette, and then Coker actually started to show a lot last year. So they have a solid receiving core.
Yes, he has.
They're not all great, but a solid.
But it's solid. It's that whole thing again.
The Saints, I don't know.
Yeah, the Saints, they still need a quarterback.
I need
bad. They gonna need more than just quarterback.
I don't know nobody over there no more besides the OG, and that's it. Like everybody else gone. I don't really know.
They have like offensive talent. They just don't have a quarterback. They still have Kamara. They still have Olave, although he hits his head every other week.
They got the wrong
and they got Rashid Shaheed. He's a speedster. He
is. That's right.
They got offensive weapons. They just don't have a quarterback.
But here's the thing, though. But they got your guy. Was it Ritter? I know. Rattler.
I'm high on him.
That's about
Rattler. Yeah, I'm high on him, but I don't think he's that great yet. I think he's the best they have, but he's not that great.
Okay.
Then in the West, in the West is really only two necessarily.
Just two?
I can go for
Stafford.
Kyler Murray that fell off. That's ridiculous.
Stafford and
I don't know because I'm saying Stanford. Yeah, he's.
I want to know the two. I want to know the two.
He says he did in Minnesota. That's the Kyler Murray that fell off. That's ridiculous.
Stafford and
I don't know because I'm saying Stanford. Yeah, he's.
I want to know the two. I want to know the two. He says
he did in Minnesota. That's the.
Who do you like? Stafford and Purdy? Is that what it is?
You have Stanford and you have
Purdy.
Yeah, that's your best top two. Yeah, that's your best top two.
Purdy. I think Purdy's is about as good as Kyler.
No.
He just has a better coach.
Well, I mean,
yes. He just has a better coach.
No, what are you seeing from
I'm
Brock
going to say this so bad because everybody be talking about Kyler don't be doing this, don't be doing that. This man, Kyler Murray, is quiet for some odd reason, but every time we see this man on the field, he got to run and do this. Remind you had D-Hop and they let him go. That was a primary weapon that you could have used to help you get somewhere. Then you also have Connor in the backfield as running back. Mm-hmm. And then you have then you also have
McBride, a tight end.
Yeah, you have a tight end. You mean to tell me even on offense, and regardless of them blocking or not, that you still haven't made it to a complete good playoff run yet? And you had several weapons come in and out.
That's coach.
Look, then if that's the case, let go of the coach and find somebody else. But even if the coach leaves and there's somebody else and he does the same thing again,
if he does the same thing again, then it's
who's there to blame? Like, who's there to blame?
Because I think that a lot of that is coaching, though. Just the same way I think it's pretty as good as he is.
Because out of all these teams, even in the West right now, like it's kind of sad, but I don't picture them even touching the playoffs at all. And when what's name got to the playoff picture, it was like, oh, he's the next Tom Brady or something. Like they gave this man little Tom Brady hopes. I'm like, but not one time have we seen Kyler Murray pop up in any type of playoff run yet.
You are exactly right.
You let a rookie come out of nowhere for 2 years or 3 years and outdo you, and they comparing him to Tom Brady already. And you've been in the league longer.
But that's not.
Yeah, I will take any other QB besides him right now. until he proved me otherwise. Until then, I'm taking.
I'd say I will agree with you. Part of it is Kyler. I think he's not as focused as he should be. Just like the same as Pitts. I think part of it is Pitts. I don't think he's delving into his position like that. And in reverse, I think Purdy, he soaks it in like Brady. So in that aspect, yes, he's like Brady. But also like Brady, in the beginning, I don't care what anybody says, Brady was not crap.
Yeah.
That's just it. He's a solid worker. He's very focused, but he did not do anything for the team. The defense and the run game carried that team for their first 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Brady did not become a name until they either started giving QBs the win stats, which I don't agree with to this day, and Randy Moss.
I'm low-key getting annoyed at seeing a QB get the MVP almost every other season. I'm like, yeah, I know they got it, but there's other players that should deserve to get an MVP.
Yes. I do not believe in the quarterback win theory.
I can't even recall last time I seen a receiver even win an MVP.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Saquon
and it's going to be an even longer while.
But now it's like I need to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to see somebody else besides the same people we see back to back to back. Like Lamar done won it 2 times in a row. I'm not trying to see him win it for a third. You're gonna pretty much say he got Super Bowl rings with MVPs. No, that's not how this works. And then y'all riding it.
Who won it this past year?
Josh Allen.
MVP? It was Saquon.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Josh Allen.
Oh, wait, no, it was Josh.
See, exactly.
No, it should have been Saquon.
Yeah,
it should have been Saquon.
You gave it to Josh Allen.
It should have been Saquon.
Yeah.
You gave it to
Yes.
Josh Allen.
Quarterback has to win it.
Yeah, no, QB don't gotta win it. It's other players that deserve to win it. Real talk. Like
Saquon should have won it. Hands down.
You should have just gave him all the awards at this point. He was already viral and got a ring.
He said at what point in time did they just separate the awards?
They're gonna have to.
Yeah, they necessarily, because like, and even with certain awards and stuff like that, it's like it's kind of low key one sided depending on how good the player is. And they before the season even start, they already talking about the awards already. I'm like, week 2, week 3, you talking about he getting an award? What? You know how long of a season we got left? You want to start early? Hey.
I agree.
Yeah, it's always one-sided. I don't get it.
It's very quarterback centric.
Yes.
They're like saying I can win the award and I've been hurt half the season. Well, but he still held the.
Hey, you come back at the right time, you can.
No, see that's not how it works. That's not how it works, man.
But all right. I have one other thing.
What's next?
To the Broncos.
Who? What? Say what?
DK went to the Broncos.
JK.
JK, my bad. I was just playing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
J.K. Dobbins. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. That's good. That's pretty good. But okay, I have a non-football related part of the story, and then we can get out of here.
All right.
So I was informed about this at work the other day. There is, and I want to see if I can pull it up real quick. There is a thing going on where it's being called the enhanced games. And so the idea is that these guys it's like sort of like the Olympics, but they're going to allow them under medical supervision to take steroids. So these guys are going to roid up and then try to break Olympic records to see if that helps. So my first question about this is that one, would you do that? Either of you. I don't think you
Will
would.
I participate?
Yes. I know. I mean,
No.
I'm trying not to give a black answer. But see, you know, God is good, you know. But hey, man, I'm not doing no roids just to go complete something for one time in my life, and then the next day try to figure out if I'm gonna make it or not, because they ain't gave me so much in one day thinking I'm finna accomplish something else. You know.
So here it is. Let me see if I'm a.
You might as well just work hard and do the correct
see
way.
what this is. Yeah, it says Enhanced Games is a proposed multi-sport event founded by this guy from Australia. I'm not going to even try to say his name. It would allow athletes to use performance-enhancing substances without being subject to drug testing. And the doctor or the founder claims to have created the games because, according to him, athletes are entitled to do what they wish with their own bodies, and the IOC is corrupt and not paying them enough. So it's a money thing. Because the other thing is that I think if they break a record, and meaning if they beat an Olympic record, then I think they're supposed to like pay them like $1 million or something like that. It seems wild to me. And
so
hold up. So and there's already
it's just a money grab.
Yeah, I mean, hold on a second. I want to because it looks like the only athletes that I've really seen are like the swimmers. There are a lot of these swimmers, which seems odd to me, but and I want to see, can I go back? I'm gonna have to send y'all this picture, but if you look it up, because I can't pull it up, it won't pull up.
So you aggressively swimming? That's what you're saying. You just gonna,
you said aggressively
hang
swimming.
yourself up and jump off in some more. What if you don't go straight? What if you just go down? Yeah,
Dude.
like that's what it sounds like. Like you just mad because you can't swim far enough or fast enough, bro. Don't y'all train years of endurance and all this other stuff to be good in water? You mad because you can't do what you do the first time correctly, so you take a drug to cheat to do it better the second time. That sounds
so Pip.
That sounds weird.
Did you see that the black lady at the track meet, when she won, she sprayed the fire extinguisher on her shoes?
Oh yeah, I've seen that though.
And they took but she won first place, but they took
yeah, this is like they had to her shoes were on fire. Who did that? There was a bunch of athletes that done that before. Oh yeah, speaking of shouting out people, shout out Coco for winning this weekend. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But we're just at an hour. We're actually over an hour, so I'm good with an hour. I don't know if I'm a low key start timing this thing. Just we'll put it at an hour.
Put the clock up.
Do something like that. So we have though. Oh man, I took down all my chats and everything, but nobody's over there. Took them all down. But anybody got anything else? Tyree, thanks for hopping in. Loving all the opinions.
Yes, I love the banter.
Yeah. And but yeah. So yeah, that's it. I don't have anything else, y'all. Everybody good?
All right.
All right. Big O, if you're out there, we praying for your wife. We hope everything is well. He hadn't said anything, so I imagine he did tell us before the show that she was doing fine. So that's a good thing. And he actually did. He had logged in right before, so he just logged in on his phone. So, but so everything seems to be going in the right direction. But other than that, we'll be back next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. We love it. And if you got questions, comments, whatever, share those as well. But until next week, we'll holler.
Peace.
All right.